everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and so I have here the beginnings of a journal. It's going to be for my black and white Christmas digital, so that's what most of the pages will be. As you can see, some of them will be, you know, like ledger and stuff like that. I have a envelope, and this is from my Peeling Paint and Roses digital. They're just the paint pages. I just kind of think they look like snow, so I thought they would go well. And then this is just obviously some dyed paper. Not quite the green of the green in there, but as you know, dyeing green paper can be tricky. And then I have the black and white papers that I got at Michael's. The birds here, I coffee dyed it, and then the poinsettias, and I coffee dyed that as well. So I have a nice coffee dye look on the back because they're a little bit thicker. I didn't want to send them through my printer. My printer doesn't love thick paper. And then what I did is cut it all even. So that's all ready to go. That's my signature. And it's just going to be one signature. It's going into this packing envelope. This is from Amazon. It's their brown paper recycle that has the foam kind of dots on the inside. So that's what the cover is going to be. It's cut at 6 by 9, so it's just a normal like 8.5 by 11 size sheet of paper, folded in half size. The cover's obviously bigger because 6 would be 12 inches by 9. So 12 by 9 is what the sheet of paper would be for a cover that fits pages that are 8.5 by 11, if that makes sense. All right. So I have some batting here. This is how I do these covers, these envelope, recycled envelope covers. I put a piece of batting on, and it's kind of wrinkly, but it'll be fine once it's on there. And then I have black and white snowflakes, and I got these from Addicted to Fabric on Etsy, and it's all one word. Don't put any spaces. Addicted to Fabric, and the only letter that's capitalized is the A. And then I got these red snowflakes, which will go on the inside. But first, another piece of batting will go down. This also helps just cover up some of the black marks that are on there. And I don't really worry a whole lot about, I know it's not perfectly cut. I don't have one of those fancy, like quilt cutting stuff. I don't have any of that. So I just use scissors, so of course it's not going to be quite as great, but the outside is what matters anyway. And then I'll be stitching all over it to hold it down, but it'll still keep that crunchiness. I got this one at SewSewStudioAthens, all one word, and it's S-E-W, it's a capital S, E-W, lowercase E-W, capital S, lowercase E-W, capital Studio, capital Athens, and it's Athens, Georgia, and that's where I got that one. I will leave links in the description box below so that you can go over there if you want some of this fabric. It just makes a fun cover because it's very tactile, but it's also soft. Yeah, I've done these types before. I usually use like bits of fabric, all stitched, kind of crazy quilt style. That's how I usually do it, but I decided to just use whole pieces of fabric this time. So I want the black on the outside, the red on the inside, and I'm just going to put down some glue just to kind of tack it down. I'm not really worried about that because, like I said, I'm going to stitch all over it. It's more just tacking it in place so that I can sew it. So how y'all doing? I hope you are having a fabulous day. I am just trucking along today, trying to get all my stuff done. I try to do a lot of filming on Mondays if I can, because then that way I have other days of the week that I can cut on the Glowforge or, you know, do other things I need to do. So that's what today is for me. It's Monday, and I'm just filming and filming. I had all my thoughts organized for a change. And I am going to trim some of this off just because obviously I want it as close to the size of the paper bag as I can get it. I don't mind if the other fabrics hang over a little bit, because once I sew around the edge, hopefully they will sort of, you know, just come together and you won't see all this other stuff. That's the plan anyway. So what have you all been up to? Did you have a fun Halloween? Did you see grandkids, or would your kids dress up as, or what's happening? I always liked Halloween. I've mentioned it a million times before, but I loved it too when my kids were little. It's just fun. They had so much fun trick-or-treating. I'd always go with them, obviously, and do miss those days. Don't really miss having to buy costumes, but it always seems like it's right before, you know, the start of the Christmas buying and all that, and it's like, oh, I don't want to pay, and right after school close. So it's kind of not the best thing to have to pay for. These are kind of just layers that are in this bag, so I'm just gonna kind of get them stuck down together a little bit, hopefully. I mean, like I said, it's gonna get stitched, but might as well just make any little adjustments we can here. Alright, so I think I'll do the other side of the batting first, because that way if I have to trim it, I won't be trimming off the designer fabric. So this is the inside. I love using these packing envelopes. These are my favorite ones. I have not used the plastic ones, the bubble wrap plastic ones, but I know Gail Augustinelli does that, and they sound really cool. I've just never used one before. I just always like these papery ones. Whenever I get my hands on them, I keep them so that I can do this. And I just kind of stretch it. It's cotton batting, so it is pretty forgiving. See, already it's fabulous. I'm excited to get this one. I think this will go pretty quick, much quicker than my altered book. That one took me a very long time, and I'm not going to decorate this one as much because I figured, you know, somebody might want to use it for a December daily, so I'm not going to like pile it down. I'll put some of the pieces I've made, but I'm not going to like go crazy on it. Okay, so we're going to put the black on this side. I like this fabric, the black snowflakes. And I turn it over just because then I can hopefully get it even. Thought I had it better than that, but did not, so. Try to get it sort of as even as I possibly can. And I'm just going to kind of tack it because I don't want glue blobs, you know, showing through my fabric. That's not fun. So just tack the corners kind of. And then when I stitch it, it'll be good. Of course, if you do not want to sew, you know, there's fusible web type things that you could use, or Fabri-Tac, or whatever you like. You do it how you like to do it. This is just the way I do it. It's just more to give you an idea of, you know, you could use these packing envelopes and some fabrics, and it's just kind of fun. And my sewing machine doesn't mind this kind of thing. It's like I've mentioned before, it's a Singer Heavy Duty. And I just put a denim needle in it, and it seems to just go right through all that without a problem. So and if there's very much hanging over at the edge, I will probably just try to get it to fray and stuff. I'm not going to cut any more off. I want it to kind of have some of that look. The frayed fabric thing. Okay, I'm going to go sew this, and I will show you when I come back. And I'm just using a straight stitch. I'm just going to kind of go all over. Well, I might do zigzag around the edge, but all my sewing machine has is straight stitch and zigzag, so I'm not going to be doing anything fancy that you guys haven't seen before. But I will just put it in and sew around the edge, and then I'll probably just do some random whatever around throughout there. I'll probably wait for this glue to dry a bit, but anyways, I will be right back. Okay, so this is what we have. It's all stitched. I don't know how well you guys can see. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I used white thread, but I just stitched all over after stitching around the outside with a zigzag. So, but it's still got the crunchiness, but it's nice, and it's not going anywhere. That's what I'll say about that. All right, so these will go in here like this, but first we need to decorate this envelope. So I know everybody does this, and you've probably seen it a million times, but I'm just doing that because it's wanting to pop open. So but you know, it's all part of what we need to do next, so I guess that's what we'll do. What are we going to decorate it with? Oh my goodness, if my hands worked, it would be a miracle, wouldn't it? It would, it would. There's a piece of this, maybe. Yes. I'll use this. Yes. So I don't have many tales to tell today, especially since I'm on my third video, which, you know, that's my own fault, not yours. If I didn't do 3, I would have more to talk about, right? Oopsie. You have to hold it the whole time, Amy. All the way down. Okay. So that's not very straight, but it's okay. We're just going to steal a strip of it here. So this is mostly black and white, but it is fun to add a little bit of the colors. And of course, if you do the black and white and you're not crazy about the red and green, you can add whatever colors you like better, or if you just like red or whatever. I just added a few colorful pieces in to, you know, give it a little more interest. But I definitely like the black and white. It's very, like, striking. I have all my junk here still from doing the collage. Alrighty, I think I got it finally. Collage Weekly. Oh my goodness, Amy. Collage Weekly planner. Cannot hang on to that. And I don't mind if it hangs over the window. I know you'll be able to see it from the other side when you open it. And that will probably drive me crazy, huh? But maybe I can cover it on that side too. It's just really hard to cover these and not have some of it showing, I find. I'm going to use some old or something here. I have this, I do like. that was meant to be used in a collage, but it never got used. It's just an architectural element. So I'm going to use it up. These are just fun to have in journals, I think, these window kind of like pages or whatever. To look through to the next part of the journal. Do I want to fold it over? I guess I can. That will work, huh? Alright, and then what are we going to put down there? I'm going to put the printed on the other side. I don't like. I did that on a piece of paper that I didn't really want to do it on. That's not going to work. That's out of an old Sears, well, it's not that old, it's from the 60s, Sears and Roebuck magazine. A little piece of dictionary. And we'll worry about covering all that up when we get to that other side. Probably only get one side done today. I love old book page. You really don't, I don't really need anything on it, but I'll just put a little smattering. Turn it this way, this side's straighter edged. Okay, you know what? This would be kind of good on there because it's like a nice skinny flat spot. I won't be able to get all of it, but we'll put what we can. Okay, don't need that high either. Kind of like right about the tree line, really. Looks like. Is that going to hang over a lot? Not really. Oh, and it's got the yellow on the back, so that works. This corner needed to be dealt with. Can't believe it's already Halloween. I mean, my word, this year has just flown. So I guess we'll go ahead and do this. Let's see. The old paper again comes out. This. I kind of want a little bit bigger piece, so I think I'll come from where that spot is over. Across the fold, and that way the fold will get kind of strengthened as well. Yeah, I think this one's going to be fun. It's just something different. Ah! I'm going to go ahead and try to cover up to where that is, roughly. Sorry if I got my head in the way there. Oh, some of these books, I'm telling you. Trying to see how wide that is. That's why I'm putting it all the way over there. Sorry if you're like, what are you doing? What should we put? Something very skinny along there. I don't know what here. Oh, some of this might work. Well, this is in that black and white Christmas. Oops, I ripped into that one. Just a fun little border there. Oops. How far is that going to go? Of course it's not going to go the whole way. Well, it'll be close anyway. Another little piece of this down there. And that'll work. Kids are going to be out trick-or-treating here soon. I feel it coming. What do I want to put across there? Sorry, I keep stepping on that bag that has all the scraps in it because I set it down at my feet. I don't know if I want that. I know you guys are like, oh, come on, make up your mind. Could put Joy to the World right there. I might. That black and white section's not big enough. I think I'll use the Joy to the World. I think I can tear that anymore that way, but I will rough it up a little. One good thing about copy paper, it's easy to rough it up. Kind of curious to see how busy we are for Halloween. It hasn't been in the last few years, and I don't know if that's just because of, you know, what went on with COVID, or if it's just now they have so many like trunk or treat things, or I don't know, you know, things like that where kids can go to activities and trick or treat like on weekends and things like that, that I don't know if maybe not as many people let their kids trick or treat, or kids want to trick or treat or whatever. Although I can't imagine my kids would have gone 5,000 times if I let them. But yeah, I think it just kind of stops a lot of it, and I'm sure that's kind of the idea, but you know, keeps them safer than when they're out running around in the street and whatever else. So I don't know. We definitely have a lot more kids in our neighborhood, that's for sure. So there shouldn't be a lack for that reason. But I'm not sure. And of course, school night Halloweens are always more mellow than like Saturday or whatever, Friday, Saturday, Halloweens. Got little pieces of paper all stuck to my fingers. 10 minutes flat. I can get myself all gooped up. I always seem to miss a spot, don't I? That needs more glue right there. Yeah, I liked that envelope right when I got it in the mail because it has that giant window in it. I didn't do a very good job there, did I? Okay, and we're right there. Okay, let's get this covered. What do I want to cover that in? Oh, this one would be good. Because then you could write on that back section, which would be kind of cool. The only thing I don't like is copy paper doesn't rip real great. Like it just kind of a messy rip. Even if I manage to hold the little thing right. Which isn't always, but that'll be a good one. To write on. I can't wait to finish watching The Watcher tonight. The Watcher. That's so crazy. I know I said it already in yesterday's video or whatever, but blew my mind. Only got 2 episodes left because we binge watched it yesterday. My husband just kept going, what the heck? What is going on? Like, we gotta watch another one. A piece of book sitting there. Yeah, so we just kept watching him. I mean, we will binge watch, but normally not like all the way through a whole season or whatever of something. But yeah, it was just crazy. Crazy is all I can say about it. Not that I watch a ton of like murder mystery type things, but I can usually guess who did it, you know? But every time I think I got it, it's like, well, maybe it's not them. I do like to read murder mysteries if they're not gory. Like, I don't want to hear lots of details on the death aspect of it, but that's going to go into the binding, so I'm not that worried about that part. Looks good. I kind of feel like I need to put a little something there. It needs a little more color, too. maybe I'm gonna, oh, I printed 2 of these. I think I'm gonna sacrifice this because I want that red right there. And then I can use these parts on something else too, so it's fine. I know, I'm gonna cover up my dictionary page, but I just don't like the way that's poking out through there. I should have inked the backs more. That's why I don't like, that's why I did the whole number 10 window envelope covers. That was the whole reason, because I got tired of trying to cover those windows. It's not a big deal if you're gonna make it a pocket, because this would be all closed. So you wouldn't even have to cover the back, so it wouldn't be a problem. But when you're trying to do this, it's difficult. Very difficult. I'm just going to do a little piece. Probably better to just coffee dye them so you don't have to futz around with it. Okay, that will work. Yes. Alright, so that will go back in its little spot, which was, I don't remember exactly. Where I stick the paper in there. I think it was here. So that'll give a little color here, which is good. And then oh, look at that. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that might not be able to go there anymore. Maybe we'll put it here instead. And I'll put something else there. I just don't want those two, because one of them's printed on copy paper and one's printed on that off-white paper. I think it's weird, so yeah, that'll be better. Okay, so that is that, and we got the cover done. Voila! So that's where we're at with this. Get stitched in there. I don't think I'm going to worry about any pockets because I just like the stitching and all that, so I don't really want to cover that up. So yeah, that's how that's going to go. Alright guys, well I will let you go for today. Oh, I was going to show you too. I'm going to tie red around it. Red seam binding. Maybe we'll do that now so that it'll stay. Just to hold it for now, and then I'll cut it to size once I decide how much I want. But that'll hold it closed for now. All right, I will chat at you guys again tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.